Hey guys, this is the Craftsman Engineer here, and today, wrong one, never mind that, and today I'm going to be doing some more of the Space Agency tutorial thing. If you don't know what that is, that's the thing that I did a while ago, which was me tutorialing the episodes, and when this video goes out, I'll have done the next one, so, never mind. So, last time, we did launch training. So, last time we just did all of the training missions, because it didn't really take long, about 20 minutes, if I'm wrong. And so, today, because they're short missions, I'm going to do the first two. So, for the first mission, satellite launch, we need to place satellite into orbit, orientate the dish towards the planet, and release the satellite. Now, that's going to be really easy, because it's basically all of the training missions, but this time we have budgets as well as time. So, for gold we need it for less than 4,750,000. For silver we need it to cost less than 6,500,000. And bronze we need to cost it less than 8 million. And for gold it needs to be less than 1 minute 10, silver less than 1 minute 30, and bronze less than 2 minutes. So, just see, on the first couple you've got the demo, so let's just jump straight into this and get Mercury, as well as Connector, as well as Tug. Now we're going to go back and go into the payload section, press satellite, drag it over, small, and put the fairing on. And we're going to launch. Good to know. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and launch. If that gets annoying, please just tell me, but I'm gonna probably do that until somebody tells me to stop, because it's annoying. So you're gonna have to put up with it until you tell me to stop, at which point you won't have to put up with it. So this is slightly redundant. Turning. Remembering that the pitch roll bar thing, using that. Now on launch I found that if you put this, that the little arrow which is where you're going is just in the green bit, so that it's orange, then the moment that you just come to stage, so that's when you detach using the squares with the triangles. In the time it takes you to detach the first two squares, and you can ignite the mission, and you can ignite the engine on every single craft bit, on every single second stage, is the time it will take you to go down to a perfect thing. So, just a neat little trick there. So now we're just going to orientate using RCS and detach. And we've done the mission. And we got the silver, which was quite good. And as we've done the next mission, we got new rocket parts. So, next mission. Dock a resupply module with the space station. Budget 8 million. Space station is running low on food, water, and oxygen. Launch a mission to dock a resupply module with it. That sounds easy. So now, that's just basically telling you that you need to go to station, that orbit goes red. Yeah, we all kind of covered this last time. So, gold award. Cost less than 6,700,000. Silver, less than 7,500,000. Bronze, less than 8 million. Gold, less than 2 minutes 55 seconds. Silver, less than 4 minutes. Bronze, less than 6. And we will go. Now, you may be thinking resupply module probably in payloads, because that's what everything is, but it's not. Resupply module is actually a stage in here. It's one of the second stages, and just by itself gets 69% out of the atmosphere. You found that wrong? What is wrong with you? Don't answer that, by the way. I do not wish to know what is wrong with you. Well, I probably do, which is why I asked. 6,200,000. Is that gold? Oh, we can get 300,000 more. What costs 300 million thousand? Should I get boosters? Nah, I don't need them. Oh, I could get the Gemini. Now, if you click on the thing, it will show up this. Lifting power half. I'm not quite sure what the units are, so Gemini has better lifting power, and that's just about it. See, that'll get us further out of the atmosphere than the last thing. If you're wondering why I'm singing Star Wars, I can't answer that because I don't know why. And on 5, we hit the launch, hold it, and we launch. Now, compared to our other rockets we've launched, this one looks a bit weird, but yeah, I quite like it, with the 2 twin nozzles of the Gemini. Makes a change from all of the other ones that I've used recently. Most recently, in Space Station, I used the Saturn V, which, if you know, is a brilliant little first stage, really powerful, that sent the Apollo missions up to places like the moon. And if you don't know, well, I kind of just told you. And now, staging again, using the neat little trick I told you just then, and using some of the resupply fuel to get it up into orbit, but the astronauts don't care, just as long as it docks. I'm pretty sure it completes the mission. Now when the background goes completely black, we can just get rid of the engine thrust thing. Now if we zoom out, we can see station there. Oh look, our satellite that we put into orbit. So we can see STA, station there, and when this red line, which is our orbit, gets directly over it, we want to hold down the engine thrust. And now, see, I was slightly off with that, but I can always just change it later. Oh, that's pretty good. Now, double tapping can zoom in and out, just like this, or you can just pinch zoom to... So as we're coming in, we're going to need to spin it round using the RCS at the bottom. If you don't know, RCS stands for Reaction Control Systems, and I won't always call it RCS. Sometimes I may call it monopropellant, and that's because it's actually called monopropellant, but it's controlled by the RCS, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, don't worry. It is rocket science after all. Now, as we're 30 there, we're going to do a retrograde burn. Retrograde literally means to go backwards. Whoa, we're going to crash, we're going to crash, we're going to crash, we're going to crash. Please don't crash, please don't crash, please don't crash. Look how close that was. Now we're going to use the RCS nozzles, monopropellant nozzles. Sorry, I had to turn. Now that we're here, we're going to use the engine for this, because we may as well use it. The astronauts aren't really going to use it much. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to get the clearance. No, 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 no. Switch back, switch back, switch back, switch back. Yeah, there you go, there you go. And now that we've got this green line on the side directly over the docking ports, the blue bits, that way we know we're probably going to get a pretty good encounter. Turning and stopping. Now you can see it's pretty good, but we're not quite on. But as long as we're close enough, the magnets will attach, so that's quite good. So there we go, we've successfully docked, we've done it, and because that didn't take too long, I think I might do the next one. Launch crew module into orbit, complete one full orbit, re-enter crew module into the atmosphere, splash down in ocean. This is Mission 3, Manned Flight. Now, This will be your first manned flight. Launch crew module into orbit. Once in orbit, you complete at least one full orbit. Yeah, this is just re-entering. So, gold is less than 7,600,000 and less than 4 minutes. Silver is less than 8 million and less than 5 minutes. And bronze is less than 10 million, less than 8 minutes. And as for here, may as well do small. And because we saw how much I liked it last time, we used a Gemini. I think I found a new favourite, with the exception of Saturn V, which is brilliant. So I don't think we're going to get the gold. I'm not sure though, I'll check. Yeah, the gold is 7,600,000, so we can actually spend 500,000 on useless stuff. We could buy an Apollo. No, we couldn't. Don't mind me. Just ruining everything. Launch. So now, just launching, getting ready to launch. 9, 8, 7, 6. At 5 we hold on. 3, 3, 2, 1, and launching. Now, if you're wondering a little bit, I've got a little bit of a cold at the moment. I don't know why, but I have, so there's not really a lot to do. It's mostly just a minute or so of holding the button and moving your finger onto the arrows on the button to control how far over you go. Launching is really boring. And unless you've got someone or something to talk about or two, it is really boring. That's why most of the time, when I'm by myself, I don't actually launch stuff. I try and use what I've already put out into orbit. So that way it's not so boring. And now, I haven't explained this, but actually if the rocket is perfectly aligned with that, and the lines off to the side of it, which move with the craft, are aligned on the pitch roll, you'll actually get up better. So now while we're here, speed up a little bit, and we're going to do one whole orbit before we start splashing down. So just going to quickly turn around to get ready for the retrograde burn. I'm using all of these space terms, it's really cool. I think I misused the word cool. Now if we go back, it tells us how many we've completed, and we have completed one full orbit, so we now know that we can burn retrograde. Just come to a nice gentle halt down into the atmosphere, straight down, because I want to get this done, and I want a gold. Staging there. Turn around, please don't overheat. See, doing what I did only works if you're sure that you can spin it round in time, and I wasn't sure, so I was being a bit of an idiot. So now we're just using the monopropellant, I remembered it, again, just to tilt the craft, so that the turbulence isn't that bad. You know, at this rate, there'll only be 7 videos here, because there's only 22 missions. Although the first 5 missions or so are like 3 minutes, and then afterwards you've got mostly 20 to 15 minutes ones. So now we're just going to keep the craft pointing mostly down, so that we don't overheat before we hit the sweet spot, as it's called, for opening the chutes. Now, it isn't a good idea to use all of your monopropellant, but it's not a bad idea either. And so now that the parachute's enabled, we're just going to restabilize it, and then launch it. And there we go, those astronauts are going to be very happy with us. We've sent them out into space, they've got them back from space, they took a ride into the atmosphere, and they got a look at our new satellite, so they're going to be very happy. And it is the first crew ever to go into space, because of the UCAEA's efforts. And if you don't know, UCAEA is something I just made up on the spot, and it stands for Unofficial Craftsman Aerospace and Engineering Agency. And that's sort of the craftsman's version of NASA. And if you don't know, I am a craftsman, but I'm the engineer separately, so that surely should be UEAEA, Unofficial Engineers Aerospace and Engineering Agency. So the two engineers are sort of useless. And so, don't want to give away any spoilers for that mission. The only one I can give away is called Space Telescope. And anyone who knows anything about satellites will probably be thinking, Space Telescope? A telescope in space? Maybe it's the Hubble. And that's all I'm giving. So, yeah, next time we'll do that, and the other ones. How descriptive am I? So, yeah. Oh, I've just got to do this because I've got a slight amount of OCD when it comes to this. And I've been the Craftsman Engineer here, and I wait until next time. Goodbye.